Welcome back to Music Theory Logic. Andrew here, and today I'm making some house music. I'm collaborating with a producer that I've written a lot of the music I do for television. He goes by PG, and he is out of Nashville. He sent me some drum stems earlier. I was already writing to it, but I thought, why not loop all of you in? Let's go check out the project. So here we are in Logic Pro. The blue audio portion are the stems that he sent me. They're all drums, and then up here is what I've began writing. I'll play the track. I'm going to stop it where I sort of stopped writing, and that's the section I want to focus on today. I will go back over some of the techniques that I have in here, one of which I showed you via a short earlier in the week. So here it is. All right, so this is going to be like a breakdown / a build-up a section. Let's see here. So first of all, I figured out what key I was going to be in by just auditioning different these first MIDI notes that I came across C#. Felt like a minor key would work. So these typically, like the kick drums, a lot of people will talk about using kick drums in key. I don't really like specifically do that, but I make sure that I'm in keys that like work together. So not all kick drums are going to come with like a key labeled, but you'll notice that with the harmonics in the kick, certain frequencies or keys are going to work better than others. You can obviously also tune your kicks, and I've showed that in former videos. Let me know if you have any questions below. If you find these helpful, you would help me out a lot by subscribing to the channel. So help me pump these subscribers, trying to get monetized. So thank you if you already are a subscriber. So note-wise in here, I then went with the notes in C# minor. So I'm going the one note down to the 6, down to the 5. So C#, A, G#, the 7, B, then C#, A, G#, same notes, different rhythm, down to our F#, our 4 in the key of C# minor. Let's hear just the bass on its own. All right, so a couple things. One, I'm using Razor by Native Instruments. This is a super cool instrument. I got this ever since I read like I think a written interview with Skrillex where he mentioned using this. It's a really cool synth because it also has some vocoder capabilities via its built-in sidechain. I'm using this just for a sub. Now, is this one? Let's see. I don't think. Sometimes when you save a session, it actually changes the bass sounds you were going for. I think, let's try Buzz Me. Cool. So a couple things that happen with this sound. I wrote in some automation here. Now, this automation, if I were to play this fully, it's automating this cutoff right here, the comb notch. So if I play that down here, that cutoff is opening. I could have it open a lot. And different synths, that's going to have a different sound to it. So let's go back to that buzz me. All right, cool. The next thing I wanted to go over was just this sub line that's happening. So the sub, this is something I did a short for, dropped that Monday this week. So I think that actually might be yesterday if this video comes out tomorrow. Basically, you can use this in house music, lots of different EDM sort of genres. I'm on the 4 on the floor, so just quarter notes here. I'm doing this C sharp, that one note. All right, then down here, I'm automating pitch bend automation. So in Logic, if you click this button here and you scroll to pitch bend, this is going to move the note. Now, the amount that this moves is dictated by whatever synthesizer you're using. Inside of this one, it's right here with our voicing. Pitch bend, is that right? Where are parameters inside of Razor? So in Serum, it's going to be on the lower left. So here, I think it's that -12. So anyway, if you wanted to change that, you're going to go into the synth, and the amount of the parameter of the pitch bend is going to change. So if it's like a +2, this is going to be a small amount. These numbers don't mean anything. It's just a ratio relative to the 1. So if I solo that out, it's pretty cool. It sounds like this. Now, part of the clicking, I'm using a sidechain here. I'm using LFO tool. So it's really useful for any genre where it's really steady, like this house music stuff, where typically you're going to have a 4 on the floor kind of groove, which is what's going on here. All right, cool. Let's hear it to where the next section. I'm going to write a chord progression and kind of bring out this first line more melodically. Hear this. So to keep with the genre, we're going to have like a giant impact there. We'll have a bunch of things leading us to this break, but I kind of want to focus on writing a little melodic section and, again, basing it on these notes from the bass line in the beginning. So if I have that now, music, all genres of music have repetition built into them. If you use the same notes in different instruments or parts of the melodic notes, and then you have the full melody later in a song, these are kind of tricks that we as songwriters and composers use to make things catchier or to play on the listener or the human being hearing our music's natural tendencies to recognize patterns. And that's kind of like how our brains are working when we're listening to music, processing all these patterns. And it's really enjoyable when we sort of recognize something we heard before, but it feels completely different. So I'm just going to use the basic keyboard instrument. Now, I'm going to duplicate it so that I'm creating MIDI we can use on different instruments. But if I try to harmonize this melody, so write a chord progression, I could start on the 1 chord. Since I'm starting on a C sharp, I'll do a C sharp minor here. Then right here, we're going to some different notes. I could maybe go to the 6th chord. Then down here, going to some other notes, I could do a 4 chord, an F minor chord here, or an F sharp minor chord. Then down here, let's see here. We could go back to the 1 chord. That would definitely work. So let's see if I can remember that. So the 1 chord, C sharp minor, C sharp, E, G sharp. The 7 chord, no, not the 7. Sorry, yes, it is 7 in A major chord. Alright, then I was going to do the minor 4 and F sharp minor. Now if you come back to the C sharp, what happens if I do a major a major 7 chord? How about a major 7th? I don't really like that chord. Let's try the 1 chord. Add an extra bass note. I don't like it. Let's try a 5 chord. I like it. All right, let's all right, cool. Let's get to sound designing a little bit. Now, when PG sent me the idea, he called this EDM pop. He writes all sorts of different kinds of music. I am going to sort of base this how I do the sound design on his pop sort of specification. So we're gonna do just a super saw. So we could add basic shapes. We can scroll through to our saw. We can add a bunch of voices. Cool. Let's add some FM from B. Nice. Let's add some portamento. We could automate this detune. What if we do a little bit of format? slow down the attack so we don't get as much of that transient popping through. All right, what else can we do? Have this happen over 8 bars. All right, cool. Then I could use an LFO to automate this detune, but I'm going to use a macro and then write automation in. So that parameter. All right, so then let's double this up. I'm going to take this sound and so here's a pro tip. Instead of going into your actual automation line and trying to find this serum, it would be macro 1. All right, so you could find it like that. Another trick is to turn on touch down here, and then record yourself just moving this knob, and then that will locate the automation knob. You hit A, then you'll see it. So here we go. What if there we just go into our bass line? Got that with our sub. Bring that melody in. Perhaps filter that section a little. Cool. Not exactly sure the structure. I'm going to make this feel a lot more like a build-up. Now, melodically, he had talked about getting a top line. And if we had a singer in here, you can approach that a few different ways. You could kind of have a singer sort of like saying words, singing phrases around there, but there's not much of a chord progression. And most singers are going to want to hear something like this to think of a melody. All right, so maybe I just do that and a build up, but I wanted to write a melody because again, I've gotten a lot of questions about melody writing, so hopefully that gave you some insight. Once again, this is Music Theory Logic. I'm going to keep working on this track, but I want to keep these videos at a length that you want to watch them. If you'd like to see me start doing live streams, just let me know in the comments. I do have a Discord server. It's very neglected, so if you happen to be a Discord user, hop on there. Help me out. Let's start sharing some tunes, and I'll throw some samples on there. I could put MIDI up there, whatever you'd like. So thank you for hanging out. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Go make some music, perhaps some house music after seeing this, and I will see you next time. Cheers.